Hello everybody, welcome to cropstop.com. The purpose of this video is to show you how to use these new round the page edges and corner punches by Martha Stewart on your cardstock to get some fantastic designs, whether you're using it for scrapbooking, card making, crafting, whatever it is you're going to be using them for. They really are superb. Easy to store, fold up wings, and just a great all-round addition to your crafting room. Okay, what we're going to start with today, with these round the page edges and corner punches, you do need to use certain size paper. So if you want to grab yourself a pen while I'm punching out these corners, you can write those sizes down without rewinding. As I say, the edges here, the corner rather, comes with the wings. You do pull those out of the side, and tightly putting your cardstock in there, you're just going to punch out your corners first, and you always start with the corners. So your paper needs to be in any way into increments of 1 3/4 inches, and you can go from 3 1/4, 5, 6 3/4, 8 1/2, 10 1/4, 12 by 12, and obviously if you want to go any larger, you just go up in 1 3/4 inch increments. Okay, so that's the first one done, that's your corners done. This piece of cardstock that I'm using now is actually, just getting rid of those bits, is actually the 3 1/4 square. What you're going to do next is take your edger punch, and you're going to see that the tool on top of the punch here, that the patterns line up with the design guide. So when you put your piece of cardstock with your edges lined up, you're going to make sure that this here, the loop there, matches up with the one right there. So putting your cardstock in and then just punching through. And once again, and you're going to do that all the way around the page. Doesn't matter what size it is, as long as it's in those increments, you're going to be good to go. So imagine these for either framing, for mounting, for card fronts. This is one I did earlier on with a 5 by 5 piece of cardstock. This is your 3 1/4, and you can just play with them. Once again, another 3 1/4 piece of cardstock. And this is one which I made into a rectangle, 3 1/4 by 5. So all sorts of different possibilities there for you. Another thing you could do, not sure if you can see the difference between these two, these are both 3 1/4 pieces of square paper, and all I've done is cut the piece out that goes along the edge there, and it kind of makes those loops stand out. So as you can see, look, I've just left one there that can be cut off, and that's the difference between those two. So if I were to just finish that cut along there, you've now got two completely different looks with exactly the same size piece of paper. Another really good thing is these loop punches can actually punch the front of a card without making the pattern go all the way through to both sides. So for example, all you're going to do is pull out one corner. Now on the side of the punches there's a small silver line. You're going to match up the middle of your card, so where it's folded, along that line, and punch out just the front edge of the card. So let's take the snowflake in this instance. The tiny corner, the silver line is there, one wing is out. You're going to put your cardstock in, line it up against the edge, and then that silver line is matching up with the crease of the card. And if you just push down there, you've punched just the front of the card. So you can see there, just the front of the card. And then if you wanted to, you could continue down the edge, lining up again the design pattern to make a nice effect. So you just carry on all the way down. So there you go, there's some ideas. Hopefully it gives you some inspiration on what you can actually use these punches for. They are a terrific addition to any crafting room, and I'm sure you'll have lots of fun with them all. And you can find them at cropstop.com. Once again, thank you very much for tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you soon.